One. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kween Talk. I'm the Marquise, along with Mashawn and JoJo. Precious is out just for this episode, but she will be back. She may even chime in. Who knows? But she's on a little vacation. So, so as y'all can see, obviously we are here to talk about the election results. And as you can see, what I have pulled up here are the stats, the the stats, the states, everything. It's really cool that you could click on the state and you can see like which county is Democratic and which county is Republican. So let's do our great state of Louisiana. Look
I
how
mean, clearly we're not. If you know what, it's
look how
we're always gonna be a red state. So I'm not even really focused on us right now.
Look at Iberville Parish. Come on, Iberville.
Iberville. That's my parish,
Iberville.
guys. That's my parish.
Y'all better. And what parish is that over there on top of what parish is that on top of Livingston that went blue too? I'm looking at all these other little parishes.
That's Baton Rouge.
Yeah, come on.
No, over here by East Baton Rouge to the
New
east.
Orleans.
That must that might be St. Helena parish.
You can try to zoom in a little bit more if you can.
They don't have the names, child.
I know, but I think
that's West Feliciana, East Feliciana went Republican. That gotta be St. Helena Parish on top of Livingston.
And Shreveport's up there.
So a section went red, of course.
But it's okay. It's okay because we got the results we desired. But the gag of the election is Georgia. Miss Georgia.
Who's still counting and hadn't been called.
They still counting, child.
They still counting. I don't care. This is it. Well, even if they still counting, it's still close.
Really
leading by like 11,000. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Well, see, people did mail-in voting. A lot more people did mail-in voting because of the pandemic. So I feel like even if the pandemic wasn't going on, I still probably would have felt Joe Biden.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the ones to encourage or discourage people from doing mail-in voting because I was really thinking like, no, they're gonna fuck with your ballot. They're gonna do something to y'all ballot. They're gonna be throwing that shit out if you vote by mail. And when by me saying they, I mean the other part of the GOP or something, especially in these red states. I was really scared about people voting by mail, but it looks like it worked out.
Right. The thing I
never talk about voting by mail no more. I actually might start voting by mail.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather just go in person and do it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they had a decision on whether they wanted the mail-in votes. The mail-in votes to be counted before the election or after, and I think it was decided to be counted after. That's why the elections took so long.
The day of. So
right.
And that was decided by all of that was decided by Republican governors, a Republican legislator in those states that took so. That's why the shit took so long because Republicans decided you cannot count as the early votes started, mail-in ballots started coming in. You have to start counting the day of the election, and when they're counting on millions of people deciding to vote by mail and overwhelming the system.
But see, and they were worried about that because they figured like a lot of the votes, like they had to reach the voting counting stations by a certain time frame. So a lot of the and I see why the Republicans are arguing that, but legally though, I mean, some states have laws where they can receive votes after a certain day and they can still count them.
As long as it was postmarked?
Yeah, as long as they were postmarked.
Before the election.
It's a legal vote. Like long as it was postmarked for election day, it's legal. Like I don't see they have no proof. There's no proof of any fraud. Like unless they can literally prove that.
There is none. I was watching Fox. I was watching Fox just for the laugh. I was watching Fox.
Oh God, them.
They swear that there's proof of that. Oh my God, it was so funny. She, one of the anchors was like, they have video of voting fraud happening at one of the places in, I want to say, was it Pennsylvania or Georgia or wherever, and she could not show it until everything has been clarified. And I'm like, sweetie, if you have receipts, you have receipts.
Exactly.
Okay, if you have receipts,
no evidence of voter fraud at all. And the president currently right now is extremely pissed with his legal team because they're not giving him the answers that he's looking. They're not appeasing him. I can't take it there's voter fraud when there clearly is none. He supposedly is the law and order president. When there's law and order
he's being pretty much point blank. He's being a sore loser. He didn't think. He thought that he was going to get reelected into office, but clearly America has spoken. We the people were sick and tired of how Trump was running this country during the coronavirus. We just had enough. This is me personally. Now, this is my personal opinion. This man was an embarrassment to the country. Our allies now can take us seriously now because to me, people, if you still think this man was fit to run this country, then seriously, you need to have your head examined because this man does not have the experience to lead this country. He does not have the right mind.
There's going to be about 72 million people that need to have their head examined because, granted, Joe Biden got the majority. 72 million people. Joe Biden is going to go down in history as having the most votes in an election ever. Donald Trump is going to be right behind him with the second most votes ever. Prior to that, Barack Obama in 2008 held the record for the most votes. So it's kind of a discouraging thing that over 70 million people said, okay, in spite of everything that happened in the last 4 years, including COVID, the COVID response within this last year, we think that this individual who flunked on all sides of the spectrum is okay to put him back in there.
Right.
That is a scary thing. 72 million people think that Donald Trump is doing a good job and should have been reelected.
And it says a lot too about America for the election to be that close. Me personally, I thought it shouldn't have been that close of a call. But it says a lot about America for the election to have been that close. I'm just personally happy with the outcome. I'm pleased. So now we actually have a man who's qualified in office, who knows what to do, and I don't have to worry about.
But you're talking about it was that close. You have to think about the groups, the minority.
You have to think about those minority groups.
No.
That's what they did.
What I'm about to say is you have to think about the groups. Trump improved with every single group except white men because he was always going to do well with white men. Trump improved with black men. Trump improved with women. Trump improved because the women vote went from 53%, white women. He improved from 53% white women to 55% white women. He improved from 12% vote for black men
but it
to
was
18%
of black women that got Biden in the seat.
How many?
It was 66%.
It was more than that. Black women.
66% of his vote came from black women.
Whose?
Biden's.
No, it was more than that. 8%. It was 8% that supported Trump. Black women supported Biden by at least 90%. It was overwhelming. But the crazy thing about that is black women supported Trump's support for black women went from 4% to 8%, if I'm not mistaken. The LGBT community doubled their support for Donald Trump from 14% to I think 28%.
Right, which is kind of odd.
What was that about? Who was that?
Probably those radical rights. I'm not sure because first of all, honey, gays for Trump is almost like having a damn appendix. Baby, there's no need for it.
That alone.
Blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump. It's like, why are they doing that?
Everything?
Like, why is this?
You know what? The thing is that people need to stop thinking that all black people voted for Biden.
Yeah.
Just like all gays did not vote for Biden, all Mexicans did not vote for Biden, all women did not vote for Biden. Some did vote for Trump. Hell, some voted for Kanye, the birthday party.
But you have to ask why. Why would you? Well, in this case, why did you vote for Trump? Why did the LGBT vote
like
go?
In this case, why did you vote for Kanye
It's like
West?
this.
Question.
It's priorities. You know, some people put just like those women who did vote for Trump, they put other things above them being a woman. Just like blacks for Trump put things above them being black, and so far and so on with the gays, the Latinos, and such and such. So, like I said last episode, you go for the person that's speaking your voice, and you go for the person that's speaking your values. Now, how do any black person can relate to Trump? I don't know. Is beyond me. Is way beyond me. But honestly, that's a conversation that we need to have within our community as the black community. Like once the black community actually stops oppressing their alternative black members, we can have that conversation. Like the whole thing with Ice Cube, it's like this, and it was broken down to me by someone who is more political than me, who's more political than me. And before I say this, just know I'm not defending Trump at all. But when you have a proposition, when you have a proposal, when you have a proposal to better your community, the black community, what Ice Cube was, what I gathered, what I was told, let's say that by this person, when she broke it down to me, she told me that it's just when he took his proposal to both parties. And one party said, let's wait until after the election. The other party said, let's sit down and talk right now. That party was Trump. Now, do I think Trump saw it as an opportunity to gather more black votes? Of course I did. So that's when they came up with the platinum plan for African Americans to fund African American populated cities and towns and such. But like I said before, because I see JoJo shaking his head, it's
Black people are so gullible. Black people, you gotta stop being gullible.
A lot of them are.
And that's on both sides, but you gotta stop being gullible. Stop being fucking gullible.
Yeah, because
Donald Trump told you what he wanted to tell you.
I mean, though the election is over, Donald Trump is still in office. And if Donald Trump really wanted to do something for the black community, he would have still pushed.
Why didn't Ice Cube go to him? Donald Trump been in office for the last 4 years. Why the hell he didn't go to him before this election?
Exactly. Like,
right,
why wait? That's another thing. Why wait 4 years? Did it take you 4 years to come up with this plan to present it? Did it or did it not? And then, according to the Twitter feed under his post, let me see if I could put it up because I commented on it on Twitter.
Did you check on your girl, Tommy Lahren?
Oh, girl, I would have hoped she had a heart attack by now.
Did you check on? Look, I was looking at your girl. I'm like, look, child, look.
So I'm on his Twitter feed. You know, I'm on his Twitter, and he stated, "Let me get this straight. I get to the president of the United States to agree to put over $500 billion of capital in the black community without an endorsement, and blacks, let's say that, are mad at me. Have a nice life." It's not that. Yes, we're mad at you. Yes, we're mad at you because, like JoJo said, it took you 3 years to do that. You haven't been speaking of this for the last 4 years. You know, now that it's close to election, well, at the time it was close to election season, and you decided to go and do something for the black community rather than just write radical tweets and such and such. And what's pissing me off, because like I've been reading all day. I've been reading the comment section under his post, and what's pissing me off, and what I need people to realize, and what I need white conservative people to stop doing, stop telling us that Trump has done more for the black community than Obama or any other president. You're not part of our community to tell us that. You never will be part of the black community to tell us that.
You sure won't.
You cannot say that. I don't care how much you want to idolize Trump. I don't care how much you care for Trump. As if you are someone that is not of the Black community, you can't say shit about who has done what and who hasn't done what for the Black community. Because I'm sorry, but what you may consider a lot for the Black community, we may consider something totally different. Because you threw us government assistance. You told us government assistance was success. You told us Section 8 and food stamps and whatever else government assistance is success in the Black community. And then y'all chastise us and y'all judged us for using those assistance. That's what. So I need white people to stop saying what Trump has done for the Black community, because you're not part of our community to say that.
Now, this is what I want to read. Something that somebody also, there was a rebuttal, because Roland Martin is a very wise, one of the best Black voices out there. In response to Ice Cube's tweet when he said, that's what I've been looking for, Charlie. I have my head down, but I was looking. When Ice Cube said, let me get this straight. So I get the president of the United States to agree to put over $500 billion of capital in the Black community without an endorsement, and niggas want to get mad at me, have a nice life. And this is what Roland Martin said. And this is what I've been reading up on. It's like, people, stop just thinking that Donald Trump is about to drop this money in the Black community, baby. If Donald Trump, now that's not to say that all these politicians of Joe Biden or whatnot are 100% behind the Black community. I think they are learning now. I think they are learning. I think that because we are holding their feet to the fire so much nowadays, it's getting better. But these people were not on our side, and it's like they should have been back then. And let's be honest, we weren't either. Black people did not have the knowledge or the wherewithal to know what was going on. A lot, and it also with the crime bill in 1994. The crime bill was sponsored with a lot of Black support in 1994. It's just that now we realize that people took that crime bill of the local officials and whatnot in the state. So when they prosecuted it, they perverted their law. And so now we're looking at what they thought was once a good law, something good to go by. It was a very flawed mistake that they made. And and they need to own up to their mistakes. But back to the Trump thing, this is the thing. It says the only problem, Ice Cube, is that you didn't get Trump to put $500 billion of capital in Black communities. It's a lie. It's one line on the cover sheet of his so-called platinum plan. No specifics, nothing. He got played. Why do I know you got played? Roland Martin said he talked to numerous Black Republicans who currently work with the administration, and they said the $500 billion commitment is a joke. These are sources. Donald Trump would tell you that as a photo op to get you on here to try to further divide. They know the Black vote predominantly is still going to go Democratic. So what they did, and they did a very good job of doing, is to sow that seed of doubt and division in the community. Black people should not vote monolithic at all. But in my opinion, and this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, we do need to come together. We need to fucking come. We are still a minority. And right now, we're not even the majority minority anymore. The Latinos are the largest minority group in America now. And it's almost seemed like 50-50 of them are going back Republican. Because their numbers, as far as like Trump support, has increased as well.
Right.
I never believed that, for the simple fact he talked to Donald Trump about it. The motherfucker can't even accept that he lost fairly. Why would you? It's about who you talking to, baby. And Donald Trump don't need to be talking to these fucking rappers. That's an insult. Talk to some Black people that has
right here. This comment right here by whoever she is. I'm not even going to bother like covering her name because you put it out there to be seen. However, when you say shit like these people don't get it, when you say shit like that, honey, you are a white woman. Living in America. You can't say shit about the Black community. And then you're going to say these people don't get it. by these
Yeah,
people.
these people like these rappers that Trump is talking to, they don't get it. Bitch, you don't have no kind of qualification or anything. What I need Trump to talk to business, to the right qualified people. Talk to black politicians. Talk to actual black local business owners about this shit or something. You talking to rappers.
He did talk to black people. They just turned out to be coons.
Baby, he talking to these rappers, and that ain't got shit to do with shit.
And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. And not to judge every rapper out there, but the majority of these rappers only care about money. You throw money in their face.
That's why he's able to get them, because they're selfish.
They're right. It's all about the dollar.
I was watching The View on this week, and Sonny and Sarah were having a discussion. I'm like Sonny Hostin. She brought up the point where she's like, she can't get past anyone. How could anyone? We're not gonna make excuses for anyone who voted for Trump. You are what you put aside. Damn anybody else. Damn the women issues. Women, child. Well, white women. Let's just say white women voted against their own interests. But women, gays, blacks, Latinos. It's like, okay, a lot of people.
Maybe
and Sarah was trying
to for the gays for Trump. Bitch, are y'all okay?
Yeah. But Sarah was trying to make an excuse like, well, voting is a selfish thing and that you have to vote your pocketbooks. It's like for that single person who's at home, it's like, yeah, I see all this.
Anything to vote.
But it don't cost to vote, of course. But she's trying to say the economy was doing good and they have to.
I don't feel like anything was taken away from me from voting. So I don't know what she's trying to get at.
What she's trying to get at is that there are some people who like the way the economy was going and there's, they have to. I don't know, but I feel like this. Voting is not a selfish thing. I also have to look at my fellow man. I couldn't live comfortably, be like, okay, my pockets are stacked, but I see women are suffering. They're losing their rights left and right. Black people are losing their rights left and right. Gay people are losing their rights left and right. But my pockets are good, so hey, I'm good.
Yeah,
I couldn't possibly.
They're making 6 figures a year.
They don't give a. Yeah, they think it's, but that's the bottom line. And a lot of people do vote. A lot of people do vote selfishly. It's like, well, I'm good. I don't give a fuck about what happened to them. And that's the mindset.
Right. But what they have to understand though is that okay, nothing's gonna happen to you, but it's like it's a domino effect. Like whatever affects us is also
it's ultimately gonna come back.
Your businesses can't run.
Right. Pretty much America is built on the working class. So pretty much it is. Without us, these big CEOs and whatnot,
corporations that shapes the image of America. But exactly. America was built on the working class. It is
just like America was built on the backs of slaves.
And I can't even see that. Yeah, that's not even a working class. That's what. That's
slavery.
Free labor. And theft.
Hello.
Thanksgiving coming up, baby. There's the anniversary of a great American theft.
The anniversary of the first American massacre.
But who's ready for these Thanksgiving clapbacks though?
Oh, I love the Thanksgiving clapbacks.
What are we thankful for? I'm thankful. Let me shut up.
I'm gonna shut up.
I'm just thankful that we finally have somebody.
Yeah, but I want these people to really.
I'm sorry, Jojo. But let it be known that not only is she the first female vice president, but she's the first Black female vice president.
We got to throw in Asian as well.
An Asian of Asian descent.
She is a true blue minority. Both of her parents are minority, and they were immigrants.
She's from parents of immigrants.
Yeah. That's the American. That's really the American dream defined. That's the American dream defined.
This is why we have the dreamers. The DACA thing. This is why the dreamers are here. Like so,
bring your children here, and you can accomplish anything. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it is. In some cases, in most cases, well, the dreamers, and that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Marshawn. Now these people could get back to where they don't have to be as scared anymore coming here thinking that, did Donald Trump reverse that? Did he actually reverse that?
Honestly, he didn't have to work hard to reverse it.
I know he tried to. No, the Supreme Court upheld it. The Supreme Court upheld it. They
the simple fact that after like your first year, people started noticing how you're fucked up. A lot of people, baby, I wouldn't blame people for not trying to come to America at this point.
Yeah.
It's like
America's looking at how to go to Canada. I know I was about to.
Baby, I legit researched it. It's a lot of money.
Oh, baby, look, I was looking up Canadian.
Now look, okay, so go back because I didn't research it. Like talking about how much money.
It depends on your family size. It depends on your family size for like citizenship. But if you're like by yourself, you probably pay like $5,000.
5,000?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's not. Yeah, for your papers to come through, it's like a 10.
How long is the process normally?
I've been saying like 8 to 10. As a matter of fact, since we are here, let me see. Let me read.
Yeah, let's look this up. If anybody was thinking about changing citizenship to Canada, let's go to Toronto with Tory Lanez and Drake.
Oh my God.
I don't want to get shot. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Who trying to get shot in the foot?
The shade of it all.
Don't worry about it.
The shade of it all. Let's go to
who trying to get shot in the foot.
Yeah, that's me.
Citizenship. Okay, make sure I'm typing. Citizenship to Canada. See, all right. Let's see. Citizenship in Canada. How can I get citizenship in Canada? First, you got to make sure you're eligible to calculate how long you've been in Canada, such and such, on down. Pay the fees. The fees. Let's go down to
how much are the fees?
How much does it cost? Okay, the government of Canada is. I was way off. Okay, the government of Canada has increased the application fee for the second time in a year, increasing it from $300 to $530. In addition to revise the fee of $530, an applicant also needs to pay an additional $100 as a right of citizenship fee, which is returned in the case of case in application for citizenship is not accepted. Well, this was back in January 12, 2015. So
it's probably
I was way off. I must be counting like housing and everything when I say like 5,000.
I know. I'm like, bitch.
Because that's just $630. But that's just to be a citizen. I guess I was kind of like the cost of living up there, you know.
But you know the timeline. What's the timeline? Like, is it like years before you get to citizenship?
Let's see. Let's see, what are the requirements and all?
Maybe Donald Trump is looking this up too, because he did say that if he lost, he would leave the country.
Well, he said, I think I've heard he was going to Mexico.
Like,
good luck,
I'm
buddy.
like, not Mr. Build a Wall.
You're right.
And the same wall he said that Mexico was going to pay for.
No, but whatever happened to that wall? That's another promise that he made to people. So they're talking about the platinum plan.
It did not be done because it would serve no purpose.
Honey,
yeah, but he didn't. That's what I'm saying. This platinum plan
couldn't get the fund. First of all, the wall is non-existent. He couldn't get the funding for the wall. He kept on saying Mexico is going to pay, but Mexico said, "Hell no, we're not paying for shit."
But he tried to make us pay for it.
That's why it didn't happen, because he put it on Mexico to pay for the wall.
But you see what I'm saying? Why black people stupid ass sitting up here talking about you're gonna put money back into the black community because of the platinum plan? It's like, sir, what have you actually done? You
had 4 years for this.
The biggest accomplishment of the Trump administration in the 4 years was that he got the Republicans 3 Supreme Court seats. There is no other accomplishment that Donald Trump has got. He did do some accomplishments, but it was to serve his race and his party.
They keep talking about his policies. Let's look up these policies. Okay, let's look up these policies, because I'm tired of hearing about these.
And these LGBTQ policies, baby, he was rolling them back.
Okay, let's look up these policies. Okay, let's look up these policies. All right.
Maybe we all over the place with this Google search.
Policies Trump signed. Okay, here's a full list of executive orders. He made a lot of executive orders, and that's all the president can do is make an executive order. All right, let's go down. Now, what website is this? Oh, this is NBCnews.com. Do y'all consider this credible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, executive order to minimizing the economic burden of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. This is a long list. If the damn website stopped fucking.
Honey, he has a lot of executive.
Okay, this is it right here, Jojo. The Border Security and Immigration Enforcement Improvements signed January 25th, 2017. The order is aimed to fulfilling one of Trump's key campaign promises, enhancing border security by directing federal funding and construction of a wall along the Mexico-U.S. border. It instructs the Secretary of Homeland Security to prepare a congressional budget request for the wall and to end the abuse of parole and asylum provisions that complicate the removal of undocumented immigrants. Other parts of the order call for hiring 5,000 more Border Patrol agents, building facilities and hold undocumented immigrants near the Mexican border, and ending catch and release protocols, in which immigrants in the United States without documentation are not detained while they await court hearings. I understand America, like America is supposed to be quote unquote the land of the free, but America has been the land of the free for a very long time.
No, it hadn't been that ever.
Y'all trying to move here and we trying to move elsewhere. Anybody with sense. So, I mean, I don't know, but welcome. Because America is full of immigrants. Today's America is made of all immigrants.
Well, you have to think about the immigrants that are coming here and what they're fleeing from. These people, particularly the Central Americans from not Colombia. Well, I guess it is Colombia and Honduras and all that shit. There is violence and murder that they're fleeing.
From South America?
Yeah, South America and Central America especially. So when we tell the people, when they come in here to seek asylum, and when we send them back, we're in a sense sending those people back to their deaths. They're going to be killed. They are fleeing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
like a lot of those countries, like you're trying to escape the country. And
right, a lot of other countries were portrayed as treason. So
yeah, or just the violence that there's not to perpetuate any kind of stereotype against people, but the violence is really bad
for the Black community since he wants to be president so fucking bad. What have you done for the Black community?
Apparently he did something for the HBCUs or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he like donated like money or something like that.
Yeah, he gave them some money. He funded a lot of HBCUs.
Well, thank you, Trump.
What
else did you do?
That's gonna say. Let's look.
Why is Black unemployment and everything higher than everybody else's still?
Trump's accomplishments. WhiteHouse.gov.
You gonna trust that?
No.
I know, right? But let's take a look. All right, almost 4 million jobs created since the election. More Americans are now employed than ever recorded before in our history. We have created more than 400,000 manufacturing jobs since my election.
Stop at that employment thing. That employment record or line, you have to really look deeper into that as well. More people employed than ever. That's a good thing, but also you have to keep in mind.
Well, I mean,
who's employed?
Look at it now. Nobody's not really employed now.
No. Even before that, look at this. More people are employed, but you also have more people that are having to take on 2 and 3 jobs just to make up the income, because people can't make it on one job.
Exactly.
A lot of people just.
Well, you got to read it. We have created more than 400,000 manufacturing jobs since my election. Just because the job is there doesn't mean that it's filled, because people are always going to hire who they want to hire. I mean, even the qualified doesn't get hired anymore.
No, it's not about what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know. So you got 400,000 jobs out there, but only about a good percentage of them were hired. until people of certain qualities gain the qualification to be considered for the job. And like I said before, racism is built in this. It's built in it's in the fabric of America, and a lot of jobs are like determined by the color of someone's skin. It is. You know, that's why they have on your application, are you white? Are you black? So they can mark these stats, and they can do these studies about how many black people
Yeah, they
have
even look at
and how many white people have certain jobs.
They even look at the names, like, you know.
Yeah.
They look at the names like, child, I'm pretty sure.
If your name sound anything ghetto, you're not getting that job. If you're trying to work under that type of employer.
Yeah, they want you to have a very Christian, biblical, straightforward name.
Right.
Come on, DeMarquise.
Okay, because I'm not about to get hired. I'm not about to get hired.
Good. All they gotta do is look at the duh with the apostrophe, and that's it.
The apostrophe in the name, and that's the end of it.
Good luck.
And that's the sad truth, to be honest. No matter how qualified or how many credentials or whatever you have, a name is going to hinder you. I even talked to a black friend who was a general manager of a establishment. And of course, being he's a general manager, he has a hand a lot in hiring and whatnot. And he stated that even when he looks at some names, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's like, okay.
We do tear down ourselves.
Yeah,
we do. But the thing is, see, because I had this conversation with one of my favorite cousins, and I can attest to working under black managers is completely different than working under white managers.
What's the difference?
I can attest to that because, okay, when I was just a crew member, I come in just 5 minutes late and I got to get a write up, or you have to chew me out in front of everyone.
Who are the black people?
Yeah. But Becky come in 5 minutes late and she's okay. She's good. I would say that a lot of black people in power, and that in any sense, at any job, pretty much, they like to hold other black people under them because everybody wants somebody to make them feel superior.
Right. And the thing is, though, when it's a black person that has that power of the oppressor, they want to see what it's like to be the oppressor and try to oppress the oppressed.
Right.
Like it's that sense of, it's a sense, race, just like racism, that it's all about power, a sense of power. Who has power? Am I powerful than this person? Is my race superior than this person? It's all about power. And I'm not going to comment anymore on that because right now I'm not going to say too much about, that topic right now. So I'm just going.
I am shit because it's a conversation we need to have within ourselves. We're already oppressed. Why do we have to be internally oppressed? Why? You're not going to get anywhere trying to keep me here. If you're that content with just being manager, that you got to demean other people like you just so you can keep your job, then you don't need that job or whatever. And I don't need to work. Every role that I had in any leadership position, I did my best to make sure that everybody, not just blacks, not just whites, but to make sure everybody felt like that, oh, you could be manager too. I'm here to train you. I'm here to help you because there's still somebody above me looking at my leadership skills now that I'm in a leadership role. And let me tell you something. These corporate owners are not impressed because you know how to put somebody in their place. Do you know how to make executive decisions? Do you know how to complete proposals? You're not doing that. The only thing you know how to do is put people in their place. So you're going to stay right there in your place, period. And that's how these corporate owners think. Okay, when they're looking for new CEOs or when they're looking to bring somebody up closer to their level, they're going to look at you and be like, oh, well, we're going to keep you here since you're doing such a fabulous job here, keeping other people in their place. And 9 times out of 10, you know, it's a lot of black people out there that's working under racist corporate owners. So they're going to get this black person, pay him or her what, $15 an hour or $1,200 a paycheck, biweekly salary, just so she could, just so they could keep and oppress their own and keep them on.
And it's kind of funny because at the same time they're running around being the oppressor, baby, you still being oppressed by pay.
Right. Because you're only thinking that you're worth what they're paying you now.
Right. Exactly. It's really sad though, because like I say, I work under somebody like that, and it's the same way. Like, you know, people are just comfortable with where they are, and that's fine. I'm not knocking anybody who's comfortable, but look, see me, I'm just, I can't do it.
I'm trying to get above you, and not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that department or at that job. But you know, okay, you fired me for some petty ass shit. You fired me for some petty ass shit. And then you look at me today and you still where you are, and I'm where you've been trying to get for the last 10 years. Talk about shade. Talk about pettiness. Talk about egg on your face or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of people like that, but
that's a conversation we need to have within ourselves. That's a conversation the black community needs to have within ourselves. And you know what pisses me off is that I've been hearing a lot about how, like, I ain't gonna lie, when Biden announced Kamala as his vice president, baby, not a lot of uproar from the black men.
It wasn't going to be.
And I imagine that because for years, black men themselves have been oppressing women, all women.
Honey, the most, like Malcolm X said it, the most disrespected person in this world is the black woman.
It is a black woman, and she's vice president.
She's pretty much at the bottom of the totem pole.
Right. So I'm just like, why isn't there enough? I mean, okay, yeah, the gay black men, yeah, of course, we always have women's back, period, especially our black queens. But a lot of these other black men, I don't see y'all celebrating her too much. Like the women, like black women, like the gays and like the black gays. I don't see y'all celebrating her.
It's all goes back to what I was saying too. Queen power. They do not be a woman.
Okay, but
they holding her record against her too because she locked up so many black men.
She locked up so many people. But the thing is, so this woman's
doing her job.
It just like I tell people about Barack Obama, like, well, Barack Obama didn't do this. Barack Obama was pretty much doing his job. He had to appease everybody. He couldn't just basically focus on one group of people. He had to make decisions based on people as the whole, for the whole country.
Black people need to stop looking for favors from other black people in higher positions.
I can't stand
that. Stop breaking the law.
Now what's happening? Yeah, you have to stop giving them
Arbery.
You do have to stop giving them reason to lock you up. However,
exactly,
it is some, like I was telling Kwee earlier, some of these laws and these sentences, it can be perverted to where it's like, how do you get 30 years for a weed charge? Like, it's certain things like that that's not right, and that's not to say that that's what she was doing.
That goes. Okay, when you make it to like court and everything, like you said, it starts here. Okay, if you're in a state where weed is illegal, do not have it in your pocket, do not have it in your car. Okay, come home to the privacy of your home and do what you do. Okay, until it's legal. It's the court, because we all know that the court system is not in favor of anybody of melanin, period.
Yeah.
So the best thing we can do right now until we fix that is to not risk ourselves getting to that point.
Because her job was to enforce the law. So she's enforcing the laws that were passed. Who passes the laws? DAs don't pass laws before they enforce it. So that means people, you need to take your ass to go vote or go to talk to your legislatures or whatnot, your mayors, and let them know, hey, this law is way too strict, is overly strict, and you need to change that law.
Right.
That's where it starts. You go talk to the local.
That means people have to start participating in local elections, which I'm really grateful that everybody did participate in the presidential election. It really made me proud to be an American. But what people need to understand is that pay attention to the local elections. Those are the elections that matter because they will affect you and your community.
Your local election is pretty much almost more important than the national election.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. The presidential elections are important, but you're going to be more affected in your own community before what's going on in Washington.
Nationally. You're going to be affected locally before you're affected nationally.
And so start knowing who we try to, put in the right DAs, put in the right people in the justice of peace, put in the right people in the courts and the legislatures and the councils and the metro city councils, vote the right people in, vote in the right mayors, vote in the right chief of police. You wouldn't have these problems, people.
Just as simple. But in the meantime, you know that this country is not for us. This country never been for us. So the best thing you can do is to not get out there and do something idiotic that could land you in jail. These people want to see us fuck up, and they will.
I know they
would take
free.
that inch. They would take that inch, and that's it. I don't care if you have just less than a gram of weed on you. If they find it, they're going to turn it into something totally big. Do not give them that opportunity. Go to your house and smoke that shit. Don't have that shit in your car. Don't have that shit in your pocket. Especially when you got cops out here that's just doing random searches on random citizens. Stop. Be smart about it. Do I think weed should be illegal? Hell no. But damn, I'm not about to have it in my pocket and I'm a black man.
Yeah, there are rules. Like you just have to be wise with your shit. You just got to be wise.
But don't blame her for doing her job. That's what. Stop blaming her for doing her job. Make that change. I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure every black person she did put in jail, it most likely hurt her to her soul. A black woman having to put another black man after black man.
And this is a black woman who grew up living the black experience. I mean, she went to an HBCU.
She grew up living that experience, so she pretty much knows. And I'm sure it hurts her to the core to do things like that.
Right, but the job got to be done because overall you're a criminal now, and I got to put you in jail. And and you're running for a higher power than DA. You're running for a higher chair than DA. They're going to look at that shit. They're going to look at that.
Another thing that people might be looking at is, she married a white man.
Like many black men married white women. So
I mean, yeah.
Right.
I mean, shit. Michael Jordan married a white woman and they fight. Y'all out there killing each other over his shoes. So, they could stop that shit. They could really stop that shit. Because I know too many black men that's trying to get the 2-for-1 pussy sale on Plank Road for them white prostitutes out there. So let's not.
Ridiculous.
That they don't even want to go there. Don't even go there with me. They don't even want to go there.
That's a shame.
Let's not talk about black loves when y'all out here impregnating these black women and leaving them. Let's not talk about black love, baby.
Yeah. Black straight men are the white men of our race.
They are.
And then what even makes it more worse too for us too is toxic masculinity. That makes it so worse.
They will worry about that than going to jail.
It's almost like a drug too. Toxic masculinity. It's just as bad as an addictive drug.
Baby, JoJo, what are you doing with your camera off?
I told you you didn't check your messages, baby.
Oh,
no. He was trying to be surreptitious with it, but wasn't that?
But as I'm grateful for the election, honestly, the results. Baby, these Trumpsters are quiet. They don't know.
Baby, look.
They don't know.
Baby, look. When I tell you these Trump supporters are more quiet than Jerry Mouse and Tom and Jerry.
Baby.
No, they're not quiet. The Trump supporters are quiet.
They're,
Well,
they're,
I
they're
wouldn't say
quiet. They're
I
more
wouldn't say
quiet
they're
than they've
quiet,
ever been.
but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're
Anybody? No,
quiet.
look, I was about to say it out loud on this camera. I'm gonna say, anybody check on
I know. I was at George's last night and I asked the bartender. I'm like, did y'all check on her? Did y'all check on her?
It's
But you know what? It's all good. They need to accept defeat. 4 years ago was a very, very painful.
Was a bad defeat for us all. And look, and
4 years ago was a mistake.
No, it wasn't, sweetheart. Now that's what I thought. I thought that shit was a fluke. I thought it was a one-time thing. I was like, oh man, no, baby. The fact that he got these numbers, let's just say this: if it was not for coronavirus, Donald Trump would be president again. I'm not gonna even lie. The coronavirus and his response to the coronavirus is what got his ass out of there.
That's what I said too. This was his year.
But you know what's funny?
But Trumpism is still in play.
Right, but they're still talking about like how the voters fraud thing. But the thing is, though, we didn't say anything when Trump was up against the whole thing with Russia. We didn't say shit. We let it slide. We
did say shit. We just
Well, we did, but we didn't take it as far as what Trump is doing.
Right. Yeah, they got people outside the White House.
but it did cause for. I mean, but there's one thing Trump is known for now. He is known as the impeached president, and now he's known as the one-term president. So he's added on with the list of John Quincy Adams, Martin Van Buren, and all the other ones that were one-term.
That's what I was. Yes, that's what, I don't know if I said it last week, but prior to the election, that's why I was like, that's why I was giving Trump such a high chance to get reelected. I think I called it right down the middle. I was like, it's 51% Joe Biden, 49% Trump. And it's because it's like, it's an extremely hard and extremely rare thing for a sitting president to not get reelected. For someone to come in and knock off a president in an election, that's very hard and that's very rare. It has been 28 years since that happened when Bill Clinton got elected. I was 5 years old. Quick, you wasn't even born yet, I don't think.
I was just
in 1992, November of 1992. So
babe, I was going on a year. I just thought
that's just how long it's been.
I was already a year, baby.
That's what I'm saying. That's how long it's been since a president was running for election and he did not get it.
Yeah, so George H.W. Bush was the last president that was one term. The last.
So we were able to do to Donald Trump what they said they wanted to do to Obama. They were Mitch McConnell and all the Republicans. So we're gonna make you a one-term president, baby. We ain't have to say it. We just did it.
What's funny is that okay, all right. I'm gonna tell let's prove how hypocritical this is. If Donald Trump did win, and if he was winning, there'd be no word of a recount of voter fraud.
Oh no, hell no.
Or any of that. No. But just because your president is just because he was losing, they must be cheating.
They can't take defeat, and then he's using it as an excuse because he's upset, like an immature child. He has to cry like, "Oh, they cheated."
Trump knew what this year was. He knew it was election year, and this pandemic was the ultimate prize for you to the ultimate prize.
If Trump would have handled this, let me tell you this: if Trump would have handled this pandemic the smart way,
he would have been elected.
Actually, let me rephrase my answer. If Trump was a qualified man to handle the pandemic properly, maybe he would have been reelected. But I mean,
he would have had a better chance.
There's a lot of things that
he would have had a better chance.
There's a lot of things that Trump did before the pandemic that was an embarrassment to the country, and now I feel like I think it's more serious now. I really feel like they can.
Baby, his issue was his ego, and that's what cost him the election. His ego. Okay, this was his year to show out. This was his year to show out. Okay, with everything that went on this year, with us just having a month left in the year, this was his year to show out, and he did not. Okay, businesses are starting to close. You should have done something for it. But no, he was too busy. You were too busy campaigning.
That's why he wasn't taking it seriously, because the coronavirus came. That's a part of being a president. You have to expect the unexpected and be ready for it and have the right response. So when the coronavirus came and shut everything down, his strongest suit his strongest claim to fame to the presidency apparently was the economy, because that's the number that he still ended up beating Joe Biden on. Who can voters trust more with the economy, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Donald Trump still miraculously was beating Joe Biden in that category. But his response, but child, is he a good one? No, these people don't understand that. It's
but
like
he knows a dollar. He's a kind man. He knows how to get a dollar, and
that's exactly. That's exactly what it is.
That's what he knows how to do.
He knows how to get around paying bills.
Exactly, get around.
He knows how to get a dollar.
But here's my thing, honey. You out there filing lawsuits but can't file taxes.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Who wouldn't like to? Who wouldn't like to get away not paying energy or Demco?
Okay,
exactly.
Teach me, bitch.
He is the ultimate con artist, and you know what? I have to applaud him for that, because you know what? Getting out of paying bills.
That's his only talent.
Look, I'll give him that though, baby. I'll give him that.
That's his only talent. But honestly, he should have stayed in his place. Period. He should have stayed in his place. Let somebody else.
He was his own demise. Now, to switch it up a little bit, expectations from Kamala Harris, well, not Kamala, but her too, but Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you really have people need to pay attention, because it appears that the Democrats are not going to be able to win the Senate. And as a matter of fact, they ended up losing some House seats too. They still had the control over the House, but the Senate is shit, to be honest with you,
Democrats, they just need 4 seats. That's all they have to.
I thought it was.
They're probably not going to get it, sweetheart. No, but the thing about it is, going into the election, 2 seats in Georgia.
Yeah, they're having 2 runoffs.
Yeah, that's what I said. The 2 seats in Georgia are very important, and I really hope the people in Georgia can strike light. They have lightning strike twice. Go back to the polls just like you went this time around. Like, please, Baton Rouge have to go back to the polls. We have a mayor's race in December.
Yeah. I thought in January.
No, I don't know shit. I need to look it up. But
baby, come on.
Yeah.
But don't expect these people to work miracles in 4 years, sweetheart.
Please, please.
Don't hold Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You have to hold them responsible, but also don't have unrealistic expectations. Do not have unrealistic expectations, especially when these people are up against an opponent who has the majority in the Senate.
Right, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for them if the Republicans do run the Senate again. It's going to be hard for them, though. I mean, it was hard for Obama when he was
because this is the same Republican Senate when Obama in his last year he couldn't get a Supreme Court justice appointed because the Republican Senate had the power to say no, you cannot.
They blocked it. Yeah,
they blocked it. The Republican Senate has power, so people need to be smart enough and be aware enough to like. If things don't get accomplished, it's not the president's fault in a sense, because he doesn't have a president is not a king. He's not a dictator to where what decision he makes goes. There are laws and there are levels to how things are done in this country.
That presidents and people have to go through, and that's what people don't understand. Like, it was hard for Obama to get a lot of things accomplished because he was under a Republican Senate. So,
and to be honest with you, he tried to work with them.
Right. You try working with somebody who has different views than you. We do it every day at work.
I try working with Republicans when they clearly stated we're going to make you a one-term president.
But like my mama said, if you cannot work, if you don't know how to like work with the enemy, you'll never make money. That's what my mama said. But I didn't want to take jobs at certain places because I had enemies there, because I had haters there. If you don't know how to work with enemies, you would never be successful.
Honey, like the old saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies close. Because you never know that same enemy could probably get you ahead somewhere.
But I mean, though allies are important, although allies are good, but ultimately you go to work to get the check, baby. You know, friendship don't pay the bills.
Sure don't.
Okay, friendship don't pay the bills. So if y'all could compromise to better America for everybody, not just a certain group of people, we will be better off. We will be better off. And it's the small things that actually can impact the bigger things. Like, I personally believe, I don't care where they come from, what their background come from. I mean, what their background is. if you got a college student that's paying out of pocket, give them government assistance, give them food stamps, okay? Give them food stamps or whatever. Or don't let them pay taxes as long as you're in school. I feel like that. You should not pay taxes if you're in school. Or at least get some type of government assistance.
I feel like black people shouldn't pay taxes at all. Come on, reparations. Huh?
What you saying?
I said I feel like black people shouldn't have to pay taxes at all.
We should.
Reparations.
Reparations. They don't want to give us
let that be the reparations. That's one we need to talk about.
Ain't nobody trying to bring that discussion.
Nope.
Now,
because other people are going to be, other people ain't gonna like that.
If Ice Cube was really trying to better the black community, and he should have brought that to one of them. Throw that idea out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's have the discussion of reparations.
Let's have a discussion of reparations. Now, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the one thing Obama didn't do. He didn't bring up that discussion.
No, he didn't.
But like I was told, Obama getting a 2-time term, an 8-year term, that was out of reparations. Baby, I can't live off of that.
Yeah,
No, baby, look, I don't know.
As much as I love Obama, I can't live off of
that shit.
I cannot call these people. I can't call black men sitting like some water and tell them, "Oh, Obama president, that's my payment."
Yeah, baby, Obama can't pay my bills right now.
Obama's not paying my bills
at all. As much as I love him, Obama ain't paying that type of bill over here.
That was racism ended when Obama got his.
No, it didn't.
Are you serious?
Maybe racism skyrocketed when Obama got elected.
It kind of there we go. Donald Trump made it okay to be racist again. No, people have always been racist, just that they've been quiet with it and they've been shamed in it. It was they should have been shamed. Racism is something to be ashamed of.
Before his inauguration, they was out there calling us niggers and monkeys and shit, doing these things.
Who said that?
Before he got inaugurated.
Who?
Trump. Baby, once Trump won that election, shit. Baby, racism started skyrocketing. Police brutality amongst African Americans skyrocketed. You know, mass shootings went up by. Fuck. Let me get my damn.
I'm not gonna put that on Trump because mass shootings have been a thing.
That's been going on. Maybe look, that's been going on since Columbine. So
it has. However, it's
his like, response to it has.
That's the issue.
The other elected officials, when you see that there's this crisis going on with easy access to guns, these mentally ill people that are able to get their hands on guns, these weapons that could take out 30 people in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes. That's a problem.
And what I did not like that Obama didn't do was that and correct me if I'm wrong because I don't watch the media, but when Trayvon Martin was shot, what was said from Obama?
He shed tears.
Okay, correct. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he said that could have been his son. If he had a son, his son would look like Trayvon Martin.
Look like Trayvon. He said it would look like Trayvon.
That man cried.
Okay, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong because
I think he cried. How much?
It's Trump's response.
It's strong in my face that Obama did nothing when Trayvon Martin was shot, and I don't watch the media. I don't watch the media. This is the most.
Now, ultimately, what did he have the power to do?
Right.
He didn't have anything. That's Florida. Obama
Florida.
can't go over.
That's something that happened in the state of Florida. But now we're talking about like Trump's response to incidents like that. I mean,
girl, who said Obama didn't say do nothing to Trayvon Martin?
No, Trump didn't even respond to the death of George Floyd. He didn't respond to the death of Breonna Taylor.
So.
Wait, what?
This would be people don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Where y'all be coming from with this shit?
Or whatever. However, you know, honestly, you cannot compare Obama to Trump, and people need to stop that. And Trump's entire reign as president has been Obama this, Obama that, Obama might has well been.
Baby, look, Obama been out of office for 8 years now. And they still was bringing his name up.
4 years. Been out of office for 4 years. You focus your entire presidency around what Obama didn't do. Around Obama's faults.
Baby, he's still mad that this accomplished black man was able to be president. And now this gonna burn him up that a black man was elected twice and bitch, you got out of there one time. You was a one and done. But he's still mad that Obama had roasted him.
Okay. And now you got a
White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Get over it. And if you don't like it.
Obama had roasted Trump at that White House Correspondents' Dinner back in 2011 and Trump never got over it.
Obama stay roasting Trump. So, I mean, because Trump is easily roastable, baby. He just, the things that he does.
He's worthy to be roasted.
Exactly.
And Obama never did anything for Trump to even antagonize him.
Trump started it with the whole Bertha thing.
Yeah, with the whole birth thing.
Because that's what racist people do.
Hawaii, just for those who don't know, Hawaii is a state. Okay?
Let him move to the country of Hawaii.
Just about to say that.
Let him go to the country of Hawaii.
I was just about to say that. Didn't that woman say Joe Biden get elected? She's moving she's leaving the United States to go to Hawaii.
If Biden get elected, she is moving out of the country and going to Hawaii.
Wait, who said that?
Baby, that is a Trump.
She said she's leaving the United States and going to Hawaii. Like, you do know.
You do know that's
just like when that racist girl went on a rant about Miss Washington D.C. Miss District of Columbia. It was a black woman. She had won. I think she had won Miss America a couple years back. Miss District of Columbia, and she was like, District of Columbia is not even in the U.S. And I was like, but it is though. And the look on her face when whoever was recording her.
What she thought it was a South American country?
I don't know what she thought it was, but he was like, what you think the DC in Washington, D.C. stands for? Oh my God. When I tell you I had a hard
dick and cat
laugh.
The ignorance of it all.
Ignorance of it all. Racist, but you're racist, loud, and stupid. Okay, so let them move to the country of Hawaii, baby. There's some melanin out there too.
Yeah, they could go ahead and do that.
And Canada said they don't want them. A lot of them said that they was moving to Canada when Biden, if Biden wins. Canada said no. Canada said you're not going to like it here because abortion is free and legal.
That part.
And what else? Oh, abortion is free and legal. Tuition is affordable. Cost of living is affordable. Minimum wage is a bit higher. You ain't gonna like it there. You're not gonna like it there.
You're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it. So where are you gonna go? But like you told us, if you don't like it here, go back to where you came from.
Right. Go back.
Go to Europe or wherever y'all came from.
Girl. And Miss Melania Trump was also a birther too, talking about Obama was not an American citizen.
Baby, have y'all seen how they labeled when they were giving the stats of the percentage of voters from different backgrounds and ethnicities? Have y'all seen how they labeled the natives as something else?
What they labeled them?
They labeled them quote unquote something else.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, they started a whole something. Go to Twitter or Facebook and type in hashtag something else.
Just constantly disrespectful.
When they were trying to depict how many people of different ethnicities voted, period. They named the natives something else, and it started a whole something else movement. They were like, "I'm proud to be something else." Oh my God! The quote of it all was that, "I'm glad I'm not an American. I'd rather be something else."
There you go.
I mean,
No, it's a no for me.
But bitch, I'm waiting for the Civil War to start. What do y'all think about the Civil War 2020? When the Proud Boys said that they were going to start a civil war if Biden wins.
They can try. Life goes on beyond.
They can try it. I mean, it doesn't mean it's gonna work, but
oh my god. Well, okay, so we have like 10 minutes left of the show, so now it's time for our final thoughts. So, who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Marshall.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go. Like, frankly, I'm pleased with the result. I am happy that we finally have a qualified man in the office, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 years of nothing but greatness and, of course, change.
Okay, Hager. So, am I next?
Yeah.
Okay, so my final thoughts were: this country is very much so divided. We are a divided nation. That's all I can say. I would like to say that, we can move on and and try to move on and try to come together. I don't think it's possible for us to come together with people that can logically support a man like that. So just be kind to one another, I guess. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to 70 million people that could do that, but I'm just glad that it's over. The hardest, the most nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing part is a wrap.
Yeah.
So,
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could finally say that, after 4 years, we have a president. And
yeah,
it's over. Stop trying to, I guess, whatever helps you sleep at night, because it's over. The election is over. Biden won. Trump lost. And just go out, just do great things. Stop trying to be like so racist. I mean, I have no other way to put it other than blatantly. So stop trying to be racist, because it's played out. It's over.
I don't think they're trying, but
I don't think they're trying. It's just that it's tiresome, because I understand people have different values, but if your values have you hating somebody else just because of the color of their skin or just because of their values, then you need different values. I mean, not everyone's the same, and that's what makes America, America, I guess. That's what makes democracy. I'm not gonna say America. That's what makes democracy. The fact that everybody from different cultures could come together and compromise and live amongst each other like civilized human beings. So that's my final thought. Just the election is over with. Trump lost. Biden won. Your first female vice president is a Black woman of Black descent. Did Sean leave? He left. So thank you all for watching. Again, congratulations to Biden and Kamala. We look forward to the great, wonderful things you guys have planned for the country. Hopefully this time I get to feel the effectiveness of the benefit.
Make you want to go to DC in January.
Kind of, I mean, I kind of do, take that little road trip. But thank you guys for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
Thank you guys for watching.
I had a call.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week here on Kween Talk. And Precious will be back, for those of you that's asking. So Precious will be back. All right. So I'm the Marquise.
I'm JoJo.
Marshawn.
And this has been Kween Talk. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.